Alright, so I'm going to be talking about how to use the NA45 after the nerf. A lot of people think this gun is unusable now after the nerf, and it kind of is, not gonna lie. But if you know how to use it, you can make it work. The gameplay that you see in this video is gameplay from my previous video. It's my NA45 montage. If you want to watch that, you can. I have a whole playlist of my montages of the NA45. I do consider myself to be one of the best NA45 users. I do not mean to brag, but you should have seen me before the nerf. I do think that this gun requires a lot of skill, which is why I'm making this video, and I'm also making this video because someone asked me to. So I'm going to be teaching you guys how to use the NA45, especially after the nerf. The NA45 got a damage nerf, a reload speed nerf, attachment nerf, sprint to fire delay nerf, and of course they gave the gun recoil and flinch. So I'm going to be giving you guys a loadout and also which perks to use to compensate for these nerfs. First, we want to maximize the damage, so we are going to use Demo Expert, which will lead us to less hit markers. Next, we have the red perk, which there are two perks that you can use. Agile to make up for the sprint to fire delay nerf, or you can use Flak Jacket to survive your own blast. You can experiment to see which one you like more. Also, use high explosive ammo. This will also increase the damage, which will lead us to less hit markers. This loadout is primarily meant for S&D. For the stock, we can use the skeleton stock if you want to play aggressive, or you can use the steady stock if you want to play passive and make up for flinch. I personally use the skeleton stock, and this is my personal loadout for S&D. This loadout just focuses on making it as consistent as possible, which is very important in S&D since you cannot respawn. For respawns, this is my personal loadout. It's kind of more high skill cap because you need to have better aim. So if you do want to use an ammunition attachment, then I recommend removing the skeleton stock for the magazine. You can also use a strike foregrip or light trigger, whichever one you prefer. For the first tip, we're going to be talking about pre-aiming. Pre-aiming is aiming in before they show up on your screen. Because the NA45 has really slow ADS speed, we need to do this more often so that we can win our gunfights. Here are a few more examples of me pre-aiming. I pre-aimed before he even showed up on my screen. And again, here is me pre-aiming again. I pre-aimed before I even entered into the building. As you're going to see, I slightly ADS just to pre-aim. Mastering hipfire is very important on the NA45. You need to know which situations you need to hipfire. One is when you have high ground, and another one is when you have no time to react. It's very easy to use the NA45 when you have the high ground. This is because the recoil can't mess up your shots, and because it's just easier to aim down on your opponents. It's also hard to shoot enemies that have high ground while you are on low. Here are a few more examples of me hipfiring. Hipfire when they are very close range, or when you have the high ground. The next tip is shooting surfaces. You can shoot around corners, around walls, but for long range you want to shoot a surface, especially if there is no wall behind the person that you are trying to kill. Like here, there is no wall behind him, so I shoot the surface. This is because this is more consistent than shooting at the person, because you may hit the mine on the person, but the second shot, there is a high chance that it will not hit the person. Surfaces include the ground. You never really want to aim high with the NA45. You want to aim low or at their feet. Here, I shoot at the surface behind the man and not the man itself. I repeat, this is just more consistent than actually shooting the person itself. The only time you should actually shoot a person directly is when they have Flak Jacket. Getting on his squat, I don't think I better pass now. Paper so long, I might fuck around and cash out. Everyone on my side, now I got it back and I tell her say goodbye. Yeah, I'm in my zone, yeah, they ask me
now I'm moving. Speaking my own language, yeah, the fans of me are fluent. Gotta pay my dues and respect to the truth.
All my brothers tryna eat and we gon' do it. None of bros gon' have my back, we ever get into it. Got a dream and I won't stop, they know I gotta go pursue it with the team. And when I blow, I'm telling everyone I know it, yeah. Hellcat speed racing, I just wanna check, nigga. Apply the pressure so my foot is on they neck, nigga. I'm going up, I just want all of my checks bigger. People around me tripping nowadays, I'm feeling stressed, nigga. About to make it so I'm never gonna stop. With the gang and we too solid, why y'all talking to the cops? I'm feeling different when the bus me down to watch. About to pass all of the odds and go and chill up at the top.
I came back now, getting all this guap, I don't think I better pass now. Maybe so long, I might fuck around and cash out. Everyone on my side, now I got it back and I tell her say goodbye. Yeah, I'm in my zone, yeah, they asking how I do this. Right up in a whip, yeah, I hit it, now I'm moving. Speaking my own language, yeah, the fans of me are fluent. Gotta pay my dues and respect to the truest.
This shit high, boy.
I can't allow, fed up from all of these chains, I've had enough. You keep on saying the same, but I don't trust. You wanna chill with a lame, so go and find. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, I can't allow, fed up from all of these chains, I've had enough. You keep on saying the same, but I don't trust.
In conclusion, there are 2 main things that you want to master, or 3. That is pre-aiming, hip fire, and shooting surfaces. Shooting surfaces is probably the most important, although they are all important. I apologize for not being a good teacher. I am not the best at explaining things or teaching other people how to do stuff. This is just what I was able to come up with. Peace.